floor's not great. What's that?
Exploring an abandoned building is a thrill for many, but what happens when you realize you aren't actually alone? Tonight, we're looking at a terrifying exploration that quickly turns into a search for the source of an unsettling sound. This clip will make you question what really lurks in the shadows of forgotten places. But before we dive into the first encounter, don't forget to subscribe. Many of you watching aren't subscribed yet, and your support is what keeps us bringing you more of this disturbing content. Meet Leap, the urban explorer behind the YouTube channel Dark of Nature. He ventures into decaying and forgotten locations, documenting the eerie beauty of places left behind by time. Leap is known for his fearless approach, often exploring alone to bring his viewers an unfiltered experience. But during one exploration of a massive abandoned mansion, his courage would be put to the ultimate test when he encountered something that was never meant to be found. On this particular day, Leap returned to a sprawling property he had visited before, determined to finally get inside the main mansion. He knew the area had a history of strange occurrences from his last visit, making the prospect of entry both exciting and unnerving. After assessing the perimeter, he found a way over a barrier and onto the mansion grounds. The building loomed over him, its empty windows looking like vacant eyes. His persistence paid off when he discovered an unlocked door, his gateway into the unknown.
So here I am, a house in Runcorn called Manor Farmhouse. It's been dubbed the wallpaper house because it used to have beautiful wallpaper, almost like an old style Morris wallpaper on the walls. So I wonder what that was for. Maybe there's a slab on there or something at one point. Look at the wallpaper. That's why it's called the wallpaper house. It's whoever lived there obviously liked their old Morris type style wallpaper.
The real adventure was about to begin, and as he stepped inside, he had no idea he was walking into a potential trap. Once inside, the sheer size and decay of the mansion were breathtaking. Tom made his way through dilapidated rooms, passing by an old piano and peering into the derelict kitchen and bathroom.
Yeah, it's a proper nice little house this. Just showing some pure ruins. But I need to thank your friend Craig, you know who you are, you told me about this place. He's from Runcorn.
A sense of unease began to settle in, but he pushed forward, driven by the thrill of discovery. He decided to explore one side of the vast building first, but as he moved deeper into the structure, his exploration was abruptly interrupted by a piercing noise.
Why did they do stuff like that for? Yeah, smell pot in here. Someone's been, probably today, by the smell of it. It's quite strong. Look at these spooky stairs. What an absolute crazy little place this is. See behind the stairs.
Suddenly, not one, but two separate alarms began blaring through the silent halls, shattering the quiet. Confused and on edge, Tom tried to figure out what triggered them, but there was no obvious cause. Despite the potential danger of being caught, he felt a strange resolve. The blaring alarms added a new layer of tension to the exploration, but he was determined not to let them stop him. He decided to ignore the noise and press on, venturing toward the other side of the building, a section that looked far more ominous. The alarms continued to ring out as he moved through the mansion, his footsteps echoing alongside the incessant noise. He entered a room that was even creepier than the last and noticed a dark, gaping hole in the floor that led down into a pitch-black basement. The sight sent a shiver down his spine, but his attention was quickly pulled away from the darkness below. As he stood listening to the alarms, another sound cut through the chaos, a sound that was far more disturbing.
Definitely hear the noise then. I don't know if someone's in here with me or what. It's time to go in there. Definitely time to go. I have a funny feeling someone's in here with me. You know what? It's only a small place, but it's quite spooky, that, you know.
It was faint at first, but unmistakable. The sound of a young girl crying somewhere upstairs. Tom froze, his heart pounding in his chest. The sound was filled with such sorrow it was bone-chilling. He cautiously approached the staircase, intending to investigate, but as he did, the crying abruptly stopped. A moment of silence hung in the air before it was broken by loud bangs from above, as if someone was now running frantically. Shaken to his core, Tom knew he had to get out. The combination of the unexplained alarms and the phantom crying was too much to handle alone. He quickly retreated from the mansion, the sound of running footsteps from the floor above chasing him out. What had he just heard? Was it a lingering spirit trapped within the mansion's walls, or was it something else entirely? A living person hiding in the shadows, using the sound to scare him away. While spirits are one thing, a person hiding in an abandoned building presents a real physical threat. You never know their intentions. Tom made the wise choice to leave, but the mystery of the crying girl remains unsolved. He may have escaped unharmed, but the encounter serves as a terrifying reminder that when you step into abandoned places, you might just be stepping into someone else's territory. One thing is certain, he won't be going back alone. Exploring the forgotten corners of the world offers a unique thrill, but some abandoned places hold histories so dark they seem to cling to the very air. Tonight, we journey into a location whose chilling past is palpable in every crumbling corner. This exploration will make you question what truly gets left behind. Meet the creator behind the YouTube channel, The Telltale Traveler, an urban explorer who ventures into desolate structures to uncover the stories hidden within their decay. With a camera in hand, they document the haunting beauty of these forgotten locations, guiding viewers through silent halls and derelict rooms. But on this particular day, an exploration would lead to the discovery of a place with a purpose far more sinister than they could have imagined, turning a routine investigation into a deeply unsettling experience. The adventure began in a remote, isolated area, with the explorer's initial unease being immediately apparent. The only way onto the property was a small gap beneath a locked gate, forcing them to crawl into the unknown grounds.
Oh, Jesus.
I did not try the caravan.
It's fine. Oh, God.
I just don't like it. So driveway or just park on the road sort of thing?
You just park on the road. This place is so remote.
No.
You can just crawl under it, you know.
Oh, true. I might take that option.
Okay. I'm just gonna like put this here. Film any incidences that happen.
Just me stacking it essentially.
This unconventional entry set a tense tone from the very start, as they prepared to document whatever lay ahead, fully aware of the isolation and the potential risks that came with it. Once on the grounds, the explorer began to cautiously navigate the overgrown and decaying environment. The place was littered with hazards, from deep, uncovered holes in the ground to a strange, suspicious pile of discarded wood, hinting at years of neglect and disuse.
I don't actually know what this place is. I wonder what went down these holes.
It wasn't clear what the facility was once used for, but a sense of foreboding hung heavily in the air as they moved deeper into the derelict complex, wary of where each step might lead. It was inside one of the main
It's not as terrifying as you think. Although the wind doesn't make them any less scary.
The realization that they were standing in what was once a slaughterhouse cast a dark shadow over the entire exploration, recontextualizing the decay and eerie silence as remnants of a violent past. Despite the chilling discovery, the explorer pressed onward, climbing a set of precarious metal stairs that seemed to be a recipe for tetanus. The upper levels presented even more dangers, with another gaping, death trap-like hole in the floor.
Don't trust this.
I have walked down them before.
How long ago was that?
2 or 3 years ago. That's a recipe for tetanus. There's another death trap hole on the floor.
But it was in this very hole that they found the most bizarre and inexplicable sight of the day. A lone chair, sitting upright in the darkness below, as if placed there with intention.
Why is there a chair in the hole?
While the explorer left the location physically unharmed, the final image of that chair lingered. Who would place a chair inside a hole in the floor of an abandoned slaughterhouse? Was it a random act of strange vandalism, or was it a sign of something more recent and far more disturbing? Some places hold on to their dark energy, and the Telltale Traveler's exploration serves as a chilling reminder that even in abandonment, some stories are never truly over. Meet the investigator behind the YouTube channel Ghosts on Trent. Through his videos, he takes viewers into some of the UK's most haunted and derelict locations, often completely alone, in a search for definitive proof of the paranormal. From abandoned hospitals to forgotten manors, his solo journeys into the darkness are a testament to his bravery. But on this night, he would find himself in a place so historically dark that its oppressive atmosphere would be a challenge in itself. The video begins as the investigator arrives at the abandoned morgue of the former High Royd Psychiatric Hospital, a place with a truly horrific past. He recounts its history, a place where patients were subjected to controversial treatments and where serial killer Harold Shipman and predator Jimmy Savile once walked the halls.
This morgue was part of High Royd Psychiatric Hospital, which first opened its doors in 1888. Throughout its time, patients were subject to controversial treatments and surgeries. Many people died at High Royd's, some of whom were buried in unmarked graves in the hospital cemetery. The most prolific serial killer of modern times, Harold Shipman, worked at this hospital as a student. Evidence also supports that Jimmy Savile abused multiple girls here.
With its past laid bare, he steps in. Knowing the challenges ahead, he sets up his equipment, including multiple cameras, determined to capture any evidence.
And I've got 2 cameras. I've tried to hold them both, guys. Sorry if the camera works a bit shoddy tonight, but can't be out. In fact, I'm going to place one down here.
He finds what appears to be the main morgue room, where the slab once stood over a drainage system, a grim reminder of the building's purpose.
The morgue slab. Looks like it would have been here. As you can see, there's the drainage system there. Obviously it's either been really damaged or taken out.
Realizing the pigeons are making a standard investigation almost impossible, he decides to switch tactics. Plunging the entire building into complete darkness, he sets up his night vision cameras, a REM pod, and a K2 meter, hoping the lack of light will calm the birds and encourage something else to come forward.
Right guys, so I'm all set up. I've gone to complete darkness. I've got a REM pod in the middle there with a stationary cam just at the bottom of the corridor. I've got a K2 here on this morgue freezer. Just going to do a call out, guys, to see if we can get anything apart from the pigeons flapping about. Now hopefully, because I've turned all the lights out, they'll calm down a little bit. I'm hoping so. I'm calling out for any spirits that are here with me tonight.
With the equipment active, he begins calling out into the pitch black void, inviting any spirits present to make themselves known.
Make yourself known in any way you can. I'm here all alone. You'll see a red light in the middle of the room. Could you come towards that for me, please? It won't harm you.
He walks through the decaying corridors, asking for any kind of sign, a sound, a footstep, anything to prove he isn't alone.
Could you make any kind of sound for me, please? Could you walk towards me?
For a while, the only response is the incessant noise of the pigeons. Despite the contamination, he continues his vigil, hoping for a sound so distinct it couldn't be mistaken for anything else.
At the moment, the only noise I can hear in this building is from pigeons. So if you were to make a noise, it would have to be very distinctive. Could you close the door? Walk towards me?
Suddenly, a sound cuts through the noise, a noise that sounds like something being dragged. The investigator is momentarily startled, but quickly considers that it could have been a pigeon's wing scraping against the wooden roof.
I'm just going to go further in. Did I just hear a loud thud? Could you do that again, please? And again, those noises can be, you know, misinterpreted as paranormal activity.
Although he left with no concrete evidence, the question remains, was the morgue truly empty? Or was something more sinister hiding behind the natural sounds of decay and infestation, content to let the birds take the blame for its subtle movements? The true horror of the High Royd's morgue may not be in what you can hear, but in the weight of its history and the unsettling feeling that you are never truly alone within its walls. That's it for this video. Make sure to subscribe and let us know your thoughts about these encounters in the comments below.